Ketty. Catholic schools not only raise kids in faith, they offer a quality education that helps their students rise above the rest. One example of that, a St. Francis Prep senior who beat out hundreds of thousands of students across the country, scoring high enough on the PSAT to become a finalist for a scholarship. And as Currents News' Jessica Easthope reports from Fresh Meadows, academics are just one part of why Jaden Lee's college application stands out.
At St. Francis Prep High School in Fresh Meadows, it's easy to blend in. But Jaden Lee stands out. For one, he was the only student to become a finalist for a scholarship that put him in competition with kids all over the country who took the PSAT. Out of 1540, he scored a 1490.
My teachers, my fist bump me in the hallways, my friends, they'll give me hugs sometimes. It's just great having the recognition.
Now Jaden's a senior and waiting to hear back from some of the 25 colleges he applied to, including every Ivy League. He has a course load full of AP classes. He founded Prep's chess and competition math clubs, runs cross country, volunteers at a nursing home, and self-studies AI, the field he hopes to work in after college. Way to go! But none of that matters when Jaden's on his bike. He's a top-level cyclist with 4 national championship wins.
I would attribute my academic success to just cycling in general. It taught me the link between the effort, the hard work I put in, and the results I get out of it.
He's a complete package, athletically and also in the classroom.
Prep's principal, Pat McLaughlin, says Jaden exemplifies what Prep is all about.
The one thing that stands out about Jaden is that part of our mission statement is that we form leaders who achieve academic excellence, create community, and proclaim joy and hope. He lives out that mission.
Prep's college advisor, Robin Armand, says the college application process has become ultra competitive.
It's become a frenzy. We tell our students right from freshman year, you're going to be okay. It's going to work out.
Jaden was recently rejected from Stanford, his dream school. But when one door closes, another opens. He now has his sights set on Cornell. Robin says any school would be lucky to have him.
I look at Jaden and have hope. He is the future.
Jaden says the Catholic education he's receiving allows him to look ahead, knowing there's a support system behind him.
They really foster a community, especially based around this common faith.
There is a spirit in a Catholic school that starts from the minute these students say their prayer in the morning. It's not an accident that they hold a door for each other, that they say please and thank you.
Jaden's put in the work to climb the hill, and there are more coming, but for now, he gets to enjoy the ride down. In Fresh Meadows, Jessica Easthope, Currents News.
If you're interested in sending your child to Catholic school, just visit CatholicSchoolsBQ.org or call 718-965-7380 for more information. On Thursday night, President Joe Biden will deliver his State of the Union address, and that speech is expected to include some pro-abortion themes. 2 of the main topics the commander-in-chief is predicted to cover is the promotion of abortion and in vitro fertilization, or IVF. Among the guests invited to attend is a woman who sued Texas and left the state to get an abortion, the first American child born through IVF, and the director of an IVF clinic in the Chicago area.
159, the Senate concurs. Thanks, Senator Reid.
The president's speech comes as Alabama lawmakers passed a bill Wednesday night to restore halted IVF treatments. Governor Kay Ivey signed the bill, which provides civil and criminal immunity to patients and doctors during IVF services. The new bill does not address the issue of personhood at the heart of last month's state Supreme Court ruling that said embryos are human beings and those who destroy them can be held liable for wrongful death. Pro-life groups are speaking out against the bill, claiming it gives providers blanket immunity for the damage or death of an IVF embryo. The Catholic Church is against IVF, calling it morally unacceptable because it separates the Marriage Act from procreation. A Catholic archbishop serving the military is speaking out against the U.S. Department of Veteran Affairs' decision to provide abortion under certain circumstances. The policy change allows service members and their relatives to get the procedure in instances of rape, incest, or when the life or health of the mother is at stake. Archbishop Timothy Broglio of the Archdiocese of Military Services called the decision at odds with the notion the military protects the innocent. In Rome, we are hearing more about Pope Francis's Holy Week plans. The pontiff will visit a women's prison to celebrate the Mass of the Lord's Supper on Holy Thursday. Typically, during that liturgy, the presider would wash the feet of several people, imitating when Jesus washed the feet of his disciples the night before his death. While the Pope has visited a prison on Holy Thursday before and washed prisoners' feet, the Holy See did not specify if the pontiff would do so this year. Instead, they said the meeting with inmates and staff was private by nature and not open to the public. Meanwhile, on Friday, Pope Francis will take part in a Lenton prayer service at a local parish in Rome. So, have you ever wondered what it would be like to get a papal parish visit? Well, according to some, it's an experience unlike any other. For the second year in a row, Pope Francis will preside over a Lenten service and hear confessions at a parish in Rome.
Having the Holy Father here is a wonderful thing for our community, especially because we will pray together with him before the Lord and ask for the Lord's forgiveness together as a community. The two basic things of a Christian life, worshiping the Lord and asking for forgiveness.
This year, the Pope will travel just under 2 miles behind the Vatican to a modern church. Built in 1952, St. Pius V is the place where Pope Francis will celebrate the 24 Hours for the Lord prayer service and, for a few lucky people, hear their confessions.
There will be 10 people who will confess. 5 we chose from our community, and 5 the Dicastery for Evangelization has chosen. I tried to choose people who need encouragement, who want to restart their journey after a difficult situation, or simply because they feel the need for reconciliation.
Father Donato says the church can hold about 600 people, but there have been more requests than seats available. He explains this initiative is important because it builds on a challenge Pope Francis made many years ago.
Con le porte aperte, sempre. Le chiese, le parrocchie, le istituzioni con le porte chiuse non si devono chiamare chiese, si devono chiamare musei.
Quando lui parla di chiesa in uscita,
when the Pope talks about the outgoing church, he is the first one to make this gesture of going out of the Vatican and meeting with a community, even if it's for a short time. But it is nice that it is done in an atmosphere of prayer. Praying with the Pope before the Lord strengthens our unity in the church, with the Lord and with the Pope.
Pope Francis won't be staying for the full 24 hours of prayer, only the service launching the event. This is always a busy time for the Holy Father. Let's take a quick look at his schedule for Holy Week and Easter. It all kicks off with Palm Sunday Mass on March 24th. Then on Holy Thursday, March 28th, before the prison visit, he'll celebrate Chrism Mass. On Good Friday, March 29th, he'll again lead a Way of the Cross at the Colosseum. On Saturday, March 30th, he'll preside over the Easter Vigil, and on Easter Sunday, March 31st, he'll celebrate Mass and give an Urbi et Orbi blessing. You can watch those Masses, plus see all the Diocese of Brooklyn's Easter services live right here on Net TV. Brooklyn Bishop Robert Brennan is sending some inspiration to the nationwide Eucharistic revival.
Every week, every day, we have that opportunity. The Lord comes to meet us. We don't need to find him. He comes to meet us in that great gift of the Eucharist.
The video message was part of the campaign's weekly video update called The Pulse. This week's edition also highlighted a recent stop at the Diocese of Brooklyn's Lenton pilgrimage, when 550 students gathered at Holy Family Parish to pray before the Blessed Sacrament. To learn more about the revival campaign and see Bishop Brennan's full message in The Pulse, just go to eucharisticrevival.org. And that is this Currents News Update. I'm Christine Persichetti. Thank you for joining us, because we are putting your faith in the news. Hope to see you again next time.